Under the dazzling lights of the K-pop world, where every smile is rehearsed and every dream seems glitter-wrapped, lies a secret few are brave enough to say out loud. It's a secret whispered in practice rooms, murmured in online forums, and occasionally shouted on social media, that not every idol fought their way up from nothing. Some were born a few rungs higher on the ladder. Some had doors opened long before they even knocked. And while the industry calls it luck or background, the public has given it another name: nepotism. For years, fans believed that K-pop was the ultimate meritocracy. The narrative was simple: talent, training, and sheer determination could turn anyone into a star. Trainees spent years in cramped dorms, eating instant noodles, dancing until dawn, all for a single chance to debut. But as time went on, a new pattern began to emerge. Certain names appeared again and again, not just in credits or lineups, but in corporate family trees, business circles, and elite schools. When fans dug deeper, what they found made them question everything they thought they knew about the hard work equals success myth. It started with quiet suspicions: a debuting idol whose father happened to be a well-known media executive, another whose mother was a TV anchor, or a rookie whose cousin worked in one of the big three entertainment agencies. At first, it was brushed off as coincidence, but coincidences piled up fast. Online forums started buzzing with spreadsheets, family diagrams, and leaked conversations suggesting that several trainees didn't just earn their place, they inherited it. The internet gave these stories a life of their own. "It's not talent, it's bloodline," one viral comment said. "They're born with a backstage pass." One of the earliest modern cases that ignited the nepotism debate involved a female trainee from an elite family whose debut was met with more backlash than applause. Her polished image, designer clothes, and fluent English made her stand out, but so did her last name. Fans soon discovered that her family owned shares in a major conglomerate that had direct ties to her agency. She became the face of privilege in K-pop, and every move she made was analyzed like evidence in a courtroom. Was her dance position earned or assigned? Did she pass her evaluation, or was it approved from above? Overnight, her story wasn't about dreams, it was about power. Then came the wave of trainees accused of fast-tracking their debuts through family connections. A rookie group was rumored to include not one, but two members from wealthy households, one with a politician parent, another with a CEO father. Leaked audition footage showed average performances, and that was enough for netizens to declare them products of privilege. Hashtags trended, fan cams turned into exposés, and even fellow trainees spoke up anonymously, hinting that some people didn't have to fight as hard. The internet didn't hold back. Comment sections became battlegrounds between fans defending their idols and critics demanding fairness. But what most people don't realize is that nepotism in K-pop isn't always as blatant as a family-owned company pulling strings. Sometimes it's subtler: an unspoken bias toward those with elite education, fluent English, or family money to sustain long training years without financial strain. These invisible advantages often go unnoticed by the public, but can make all the difference behind the scenes. While one trainee works a part-time job just to afford meals, another can focus entirely on training because their parents fund every expense. It's not a scandal you can easily screenshot, but it shapes the entire ecosystem. The problem exploded once media insiders began to confirm what fans already suspected. Anonymous staff members from entertainment companies described how some trainees received special treatment: easier schedules, more screen time in evaluations, and faster recording access. They weren't just trainees, they were investments. Labels saw them as valuable because their families had influence, money, or connections. Suddenly, nepotism wasn't just a rumor, it was a business model. In an industry obsessed with control and profit, bloodlines became another marketing tool. However, the conversation around nepotism isn't black and white. Some idols from privileged backgrounds have proven themselves through sheer skill and stage presence. They trained for years, faced the same brutal assessments, and performed live under the same pressure as everyone else. Yet, they still carry an invisible weight: the assumption that every applause they get was paid for. One idol once admitted in an interview, "People think I had it easy, but privilege doesn't dance for you." The statement went viral, dividing the fandom. Some sympathized, while others rolled their eyes, claiming it was an attempt to rebrand privilege as pain. Still, for every hardworking nepo baby trying to prove themselves, there's another story where family ties clearly tilted the scale. There was the case of an idol who debuted barely a year after entering training, a timeline unheard of for newcomers, only for it to be revealed later that her father was a powerful entertainment lawyer who worked with several top agencies. When the news broke, her agency stayed silent, hoping the outrage would fade. It didn't. Fans accused the company of turning K-pop into a playground for the rich, and soon her group's reputation took a hit. The scandal became a caution cautionary tale. Sometimes shortcuts come with a price. Nepotism also reshapes fan culture in complicated ways. K-pop fans, known for their fierce loyalty, often find themselves torn between admiration and suspicion. Many feel betrayed when they realize their favorite idols might not have had to struggle the same way others did. "We believed in the grind," one fan tweeted, "but it turns out the game was rigged." Others argue that talent should matter more than background, urging people to judge based on skill, not lineage. The result? A fandom perpetually at war with itself, torn between idealism and realism. What's even more intriguing is how the industry tries to manage the narrative. Companies rarely address these rumors directly. Instead, they distract with glossy reality shows, emotional pre-debut documentaries, and tear-filled confessionals designed to humanize idols. It's an effective tactic. Audiences love a redemption arc, but as more fans become media savvy, these tactics lose power. Every struggling trainee story is now met with a raised eyebrow and a search bar. Transparency is demanded, not just emotion. The curtain can't stay closed forever. The deeper issue is that nepotism doesn't just affect individuals, it changes the DNA of K-pop itself. When labels favor connections over raw potential, the entire talent pipeline shifts. Instead of discovering hidden gems from small towns, they invest in safe bets from influential backgrounds. This creates a cycle where privilege feeds privilege, while passionate but unconnected kids fade into obscurity. It's not just unfair, it's dangerous for creativity. The same privilege that smooths a debut can also dull an artist's authenticity, leaving fans craving something real in a world that feels increasingly curated. Of course, not everyone with a famous parent or wealthy background fails to connect with audiences. Some idols manage to win hearts through sheer charisma and talent, slowly rewriting their narrative from nepo baby to deserved success. But those stories are rare, and the scrutiny never disappears. Every time they falter, every time they make a mistake, the internet is quick to remind them, "You didn't earn this." It's a lifelong shadow, one that privilege itself can't erase. As K-pop continues its global takeover, the nepotism conversation is only getting louder. Western fans are drawing parallels with Hollywood's own nepo baby culture, forcing agencies to rethink how they present new artists. Transparency is becoming not just a demand, but a marketing strategy. Some idols now openly mention their famous relatives in hopes of owning the narrative before the internet does. But will honesty fix the imbalance, or will it just normalize it further, making nepotism part of the brand? In the end, the truth about nepotism in K-pop is uncomfortable because it forces everyone, fans, idols, and companies, to confront what this industry is really built on. Is it talent and perseverance, or access and privilege disguised as destiny? Maybe it's both. The stage will always shine the same way, but the path to it, that's where the light flickers, revealing cracks the industry would rather keep hidden. And as more stories come to light, one question lingers louder than any fan chant. In a world where fame can be inherited, what happens to those still fighting to earn it?